Hello, welcome to Writing with Steve. Today we're analysing the poem Love and Friendship by Emily Bronte. I have the poem here, so let's start. Love is like the wild rose briar, friendship like the holly tree. The holly is dark when the rose briar blooms, but which will bloom most constantly? The wild rose briar is sweet in spring, its summer blossoms scent the air. Yet wait till winter comes again, and who will call the wild briar fair? Then scorn the silly rose wreath now, and deck thee with the holly's sheen, that when December blights thy brow, he still may leave thy garland green. You're probably familiar with Emily Bronte as the author of Wuthering Heights, but she was also a fine poet. In this poem, Emily Bronte considers two forms of love: romantic love and friendship. In stanza 1, using extended similes, she compares romantic love to the rose briar and friendship to the holly. In stanza 2, we are told the pretty rose briar is wild and sweet in spring, with attractive blossoms which give off scent in summer. In contrast, the holly is plain, but it will endure and outlast the rose briar and retain its sheen, its bright, smooth surface. In the final line of the first stanza, constantly has two meanings. Constant meaning continually, and constant meaning faithful. Holly stays constant, faithful throughout the seasons. In winter, when the silly rose wreath will have wilted, the holly remains strong. It is a perennial, a plant that lasts through the seasons. Bronte's use of silly suggests love is a foolish, short-lived notion that young people indulge in. Friendship, by comparison, is more mature and measured. Bronte uses the seasons to represent the passing of time and the good and bad times. Spring and summer are the good times. Winter represents the difficult times in a relationship. Bronte appears to suggest that romantic love is fleeting and does not last long. While attractive during these seasons, by winter love will have died. The word yet on the third line of the second stanza represents the turning point of the poem, and Bronte uses a rhetorical question: and who will call the wild briar fair? To emphasise the point she is making. At the end of stanza 1, Bronte employs the same technique, asking the rhetorical question, but which will bloom most constantly? In stanza 3, the word wreath has associations with death, that love has died. The poet suggests that to avoid rejection and heartache, it is wiser to scorn romantic love and settle for the potential lover's friendship instead. And again, the use of the rose briar is a perfect simile, because romantic love appears attractive on the surface, but the rose briar, being wild, contains hidden thorns that will sting and harm. The holly, we are told, retains its sheen, and sheen here means brightness, but also means its value and attractiveness. The poem is simple in structure. The first and second stanzas employ a rhyming pattern A, B, C, B, and a half rhyme in spring and again. The third stanza uses a full rhyme A, B, A, B, suggesting that from adventurous beginning, love has fallen into a predictable routine. The simple structure and simple vocabulary of this poem ensures that the poet's view on romantic love and friendship is easy to understand. The poet uses many monosyllabic words to make the poet's thoughts straightforward, almost blunt. The rhetorical questions make a direct connection with the reader, placing the issues she is presenting in the reader's minds. Interestingly, Emily Bronte uses personification to represent the month of December as a he. She tells us that when December blights thy brow, he still may leave thy garland green. Blight here supports the theme of growth. Blight is a disease that kills plants. It spoils and damages. Bronte suggests that when hard times arrive to blight romantic love, friendship will not die. Here, green represents not only the colour of plants, but possibly innocence and virginity. This reference suggests that Bronte is alluding to a male friend, perhaps someone she had a romantic attraction towards, but thought better of it and refrained from taking it further. We know that Emily was shy and reclusive, but someone who wrote Wuthering Heights could not be without romantic yearning and deep emotions. Emily Bronte died tragically young at the age of 30 through tuberculosis, and because she was shy and reclusive, she did not have a wide circle of friends. However, she was devoted to her family, particularly to Anne, her sister. So the friendship she might be referring to is her close bond with Anne. Emily Bronte never married, and it is uncertain whether she experienced romantic love. Because she knew her health was frail, perhaps she resigned herself to never falling in love and marrying. The tone of the poem is measured, and it is one of acceptance and resignation to the fact that she will not experience romantic love. So perhaps she is presenting in this poem arguments why friendship is far stronger and to be preferred to romantic love. It is a poem that will resonate with many people's experience of romantic love, particularly in our younger years, which starts off exciting and adventurous, but this early euphoria cannot be sustained. It fades and then dies. Love and Friendship links well with A Poison Tree by William Blake and Envy by Mary Lamb, with the examination of emotions and relationships and use of extended metaphors and similes based around nature, for example, trees and flowers. Emily Bronte's poem is also important in providing a female perspective on love and relationships in the early 19th century and sits well with the novels of Jane Austen. If you haven't already watched our video analysis of A Poison Tree by William Blake and Envy by Mary Lamb, please don't forget to do so. And also check out our other videos on poetry analysis and writing poems. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please subscribe. Also hit the like button and ring the bell. Until next time, from Carol and me, write well.